welcome back. So for today's video, I'm gonna be doing my go-to full beat glam using my Too Faced Sweet Peach palette. I love this palette, and I feel like every time I use this palette though, I always end up doing kind of like the same look, which is this one right here. I did add a pop of glitter. Most of the times, like if I have time, I will do a double wing liner with this look, and when I don't, I will just do a little pop of glitter. I thought I would just do the pop of glitter today just because I feel like it's the easier route for most of you guys. I am going to be using some new products in this video. I'm going to be using the Butter Bronzer from Physicians Formula. I'm going to use the e.l.f. What is this? A baked highlight, which a lot of people rave about. You guys will see my thoughts in this video about these things. But yeah, you guys will see all that good stuff. So if you guys would like to see how I did my makeup and just me using some new products, then please keep watching. Okay, so I'm going to go straight into the palette. The first shade I'm going to be taking is Puree. And with my Morphe M504 brush, I'm going to be blowing this all over the crease area. This is going to be my transition shade. I figured I wanted to add Candied Peach as well while I was blending my transition shade. I am literally going to take this from the outer part of the eye all the way to the inner corner part of the eye, really blowing it out, adding like 3 to 4 layers of this. I really want it to be very saturated and just very pigmented. So yeah, take your time, blend, and add some layers of this, of both of these eyeshadows. Then I went ahead and took the shade Summer Yum, which is one of my favorite eyeshadows of this palette. It reminds me a lot of Cocoa Bear, but it's more peachier, like more light. It's so freaking gorgeous. I'm taking my E40 blending brush from Sigma and adding this in the outer V, and again bringing it into the crease, again saturating this color. I want all of these colors to be very saturated. These colors look so beautiful together. I am obsessed. I love them so much. Then I went ahead and took the big fluffy brush that I started with and just blended out any harsh lines. The more you blend, the beautiful, like the better your eyeshadow will look. Then I went ahead and took the shade Delectable, which this freaking purple shade is so gorgeous. I mean, look at it. It speaks for itself. It's so beautiful. It's pigmented. It's not super pigmented, but the more you build it, the more pigment it gets, and it's very pretty once you build it up. It's so easy to blend as well. Just very beautiful all the way around. I just love it. All the way around. That didn't even sound right, but whatever. All together, it's beautiful. I took my Morphe M502, if I'm not mistaken, to blend that out in the outer V. It's a smaller brush than my E40. That's why I love it for the outer V. Then I'm going to go back to the Summer Yum shade and just blend out the outer V a little bit more, blowing out that purple shade. Again, so there's no harsh lines with my E40 blending brush from Sigma. Then I'm going to be cutting the crease. I'm using the Master Conceal Camouflaging Concealer from Maybelline in the shade Light Medium, and using this little detailer brush, I'm going to start shaping out the crease and, like, you know, just the inner part. How thick I want it or how thin I want it, like that just kind of is up to me and up to you. I like to kind of get into the crease and go a little bit over my natural crease just to kind of make it appear a little bit bigger. But a lot of girls just like to keep it real, you know, close to their crease, below it, whatever you want. Don't put too much concealer to begin with in your brush. I've said this before, because then you might make a mess. The least concealer you use to do it, the easier it's going to be. You won't make too big of a mess. Then I went ahead and took my favorite shimmer shade from this palette, which is Luscious. This shade, I've said it before, it's super pigmented and just very shimmery, and it doesn't even need Fix Plus. It's so gorgeous. I just took this 6 Plus shader brush and I'm going to apply it all over the inner part of the lid where I put concealer. That's where. I don't like to set my concealer. I know there's girls that set their concealer and then they add the shimmer shade, but I feel like the shimmer shade pops so much better without it being set. So then I took a little bit more of the Delectable shade, and I'm just going to blend out the edge a little bit just to make sure it's not that sharp looking. And then I went ahead and took the shade Summer Yum and blended a little bit more of it in there as well with that big fluffy brush. Then I'm going to be doing my eyeliner. This is the Wet n Wild H2O liquid liner. This stuff is super waterproof. It's really hard to come off unless you have something that takes off waterproof makeup easily. It won't be that hard, but I don't have the time, so it's kind of hard to take off. But yeah, I've just showed a slow clip of my liner a little bit, and then I think I'm going to speed it up a little bit. But I just kind of want you guys to see what I'm doing. I feel like I don't always show my liner on camera. So yeah, today was not that hard. I actually was able to get it on camera, so that's why I have it on slow-mo for you guys. I only showed you guys one of them, but yeah, this is pretty much what I do with my wing liner. I feel like it's better if you guys see it than me explaining. Yeah. But anyways, just letting you guys know, this was me dipping the brush one time. I did not have to re-dip at all. That's why I love this liner, because it's so pigmented and it's so much faster. If I want to do my liner pretty quick, then this is what I use. Because with the gel, you know, you have to be dipping it into the pot, you know, putting it in your eyes, dipping it in, and this, you just one dip and boom, you got the whole liner going on. I love it. Okay, now that my liner is complete, I'm going to go ahead and add mascara. I used the telescopic carbon black mascara. And then I took the Brow Stylist Plumper Brow Gel from Loreal. I don't use this enough on my channel. I literally use it all the time. But I guess since I do my brows off camera, I never really show you guys. But this stuff is amazing. You guys know my brow hairs are crazy. And this really keeps them in place. So then I took the Nivea Men Post Shave Balm. By the way, I did add these Soho Lashes. Yeah, off camera, but anyways, I applied the Nivea Post Shave Balm, and then I'm gonna be using these BB creams. They're from Flower. The BB3 shade is too dark and the BB2 shade is way too light, so I got the same amount, mixed it together, and it created the most beautiful shade. As you guys can see, it fits my skin so freaking good. I took my beauty blender to blend this all over my face. I've been testing out this this BB cream. I really like it. There's two problems that I have. For some reason, I think I applied too much though, but it looked a little bit cakey the last two times that I wore it. And another thing, I feel like it really emphasizes all my pores and it kind of clings to every little hair that I have on my face. When I'm indoors, it looks so good. And then when I go outside in the light, like in the daylight, I really can see like every pore, every little hair emphasized. And I don't know how I like that. So for it being a BB cream, the coverage is amazing. The longevity is awesome. It lasted me all freaking day. That I love about it. So I don't know. I'm going to keep testing it out. Then I took the NYX concealer and the Milani concealer. The NYX one in the shade beige and the Milani one in the shade light. I mixed both of them. They look so beautiful together. I love this duo. It's so brightening and I just love it. I took my beauty blender to blend it out. I blend that with my beauty blender, and then I blend everything with my beauty blender. I don't know what I was going to say, but yeah. Taking the RCMA translucent powder, my favorite powder ever, I'm going to be setting the under eye, baking a little bit with my beauty blender. You guys know this. I mean, I do it all the time. I realized if I do not bake my under eye or my face period, it does not last long. My concealer creases like a mother. So yeah, I don't know. I just cannot do my face without baking. I try to just set it with like a banana shade and no, it does not work. I have to bake my face. I did bake, normally I just do the T-zone and the under eyes, but today I did bake all of my face just to make sure it's set nicely and the BB cream lasted a little longer. Then I took the butter bronzer. Oh my god. I was so excited to get this butter bronzer. At first, I was very nervous to get it because I thought they only had one shade, but there's a bronze shade and then there's a bronzer shade. I took the bronzer shade and yeah, I applied this on my face. I don't know if you guys saw my face when I smelled it. It smells really, really good, but if you get too close to it, like the smell gets a little intense and kind of perfumey. But once you have it like on your face, it smells so good and coconutty. I love the smell of this. But guys, do you guys see that color? That freaking bronzer color is so beautiful. It's not too warm. It's not too light. It's just perfect. I'm obsessed with this bronzer. It goes on so smoothly. And yes, I freaking love it. Then I took my Milani Luminoso blush. Oh my god, can I speak? It's way too early in the morning, you guys. Using my Sigma blush brush, I believe it's the F15 brush. I'm just applying this on the apples of my cheeks and taking it back. And I got this Wet n Wild Duo It's so beat up, but I'm just trying to finish up my banana shade before I get another one. I'm gonna apply this under the eyes just to add a little bit more brightening effect to it. Now I'm going to be doing my under eye. I'm taking Puree and Summer Yum, and with this pencil brush that I got a long time ago from Morphe that I don't even think they sell anymore. It was like a limited edition palette. Not palette, little brush set. I am going to just blow this under the eyes, and then I'm going to be taking the shade Delectable and blowing that under the eye as well, keeping it more on the outer V, on the outer part. Then I took the Luscious shade, and with the same little shader brush, I'm going to apply this in the inner part of my eyes and in the inner lower lash line. I used it as my inner corner highlight. Then I took the shade White Peach and Nectar. One of them is matte and one of them is shimmery, so I like to take both of them and just apply them on my brow bone as my brow bone highlight. Then I took my telescopic mascara and added some to my lower lashes just to make those little babies pop. And then I took the Revlon Photo Ready Eye Art. You guys know, if there's anything that has to do with glitter on my channel, I'm pretty sure I'm using this glitter. It is amazing. It is so easy to use. I'm not a big fan of the applicator. I wish it was a little bit more straight and more pointy, but other than that, it's amazing. I use this as my, pops of glitter or as my double wing liner. I love it. Then I took my e.l.f. highlight. So this stuff, I remember when I first watched it, it was like really hard, and I was like, how is this even supposed to work? But then I scratched off a little bit off the top, and when I apply it by itself, this is what it looks like. I'm not a huge fan. I mean, if you love that settle highlight, then I feel like you would really love this, but it was not enough for me, so I took my e.l.f. Makeup and Set spray, and then, yes, I wet the crap out of my face. I used my beauty blender to kind of dry it out because it was way too wet, but I applied this on top of that, and when you wet your face first and then apply it, it gives you such a beautiful glowing from within look. I love it. It's so beautiful, and it's only like $3, so I definitely recommend this highlight. Again, you have to kind of scratch off the surface a little bit to use it because, I mean, I don't know, it kind of cracks the ice, so then do that and it'll work really good. I put it in my Cupid's bow and then my chin and then my nose. I love this stuff. So for my lips, I'm going to be taking this NYX lip liner in the shade Nude Pink, and I'm just going to outline and kind of fill in my lips with this. These lip liners, I really love the fact that they last long, but they are pretty drying on the lips. Just keep that in mind. They're not creamy or anything like that. They're straight up drying. They remind me a lot of MAC lip liners. But yeah, I'm going to fill in my lips with this, and then I'm going to be taking the Maybelline lipstick in the shade Peach Buff, which is such a gorgeous freaking lip color. I swear, Maybelline has like the best lip colors, but like I've said before, this really does emphasize every single freaking fine line that I have on my lips. It's something that really bothers me, but I'm telling you, the shade is so gorgeous, and that's why I wear it. The smell is very intense. I wish they would change the smell of their lipsticks, because if they did, they would be so much better. So then I almost forgot, I wanted to apply some Maybelline Eye Studio Gel Liner in the shade Black is Black in the waterline. I could not see. I did this from far away, and I realized I didn't add, right there I thought I was adding it in the waterline, and I didn't. So I don't know if you guys will notice, but it's missing some there, and I felt like I look a little weird, but let's ignore that. I also applied some on my lashes to kind of cover up any mess there might be up there, any glue, and after that, this look is complete. I really hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you guys so much for watching. I love you guys so much, and I'll see you guys on my next video. Bye!